Hello, welcome. Today we're taking a break from the main story quest and we're picking up some dungeons. We'll see if I do any today, but I will pick up all the dungeons in Stormblood that I can. And yeah, let's get to it. Yo, son? Oh, thanks heavens. I'm in dire need of capital adventure and I can think of none better. Local officials have been working desperately to keep this confidential, but there is trouble in Kugane Castle. It has been overrun by a band of outlaws. What's more, they've taken hostages a number of nobles along with the Buyu, Kugane's highest magistrate. They're demanding the country's borders be closed off, insisting Kugane's efforts to establish ties with other countries is folly. Why, if they had their way, I imagine foragers, Ijin as they call them, would never set foot here again. Under normal circumstances, the Sukungumi would have taken steps to immediately resolve this crisis, but they dare not do anything to put the Boyo to greater risks. To proceed would require a decree from the Bakufu, yet I fear there is no time to send an envoy to the royal capital and back. Nevertheless, they have done their due diligence and delivered a missive. While waiting for a response, they have also called upon the East Eldar Trading Company in an attempt to potentially expedite the rescue of the hostages. As to why they would go out of their way to contact us, well, one of the captives is from Ul'dah. It goes without saying that the repercussions of a foreign dignitary coming to harm would be dire. Because the second Gumi cannot yet act in an official capacity, they have asked for my assistance in assembling a small contingent to infiltrate the castle. If you would join our cause, make for the aqueducts in Razkuza district. There is a hidden passage leading into the castle, kept under guard by the second Gumi. Tell them I sent you and they will explain what you must do. How though? Okay. Well, that's cool. You were sent by the Far East Eldar Trading Company? Then there is still a chance. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. The castle is presently held by a group of criminals under the leadership of a merchant named Kageyama. We believe his demands to close off our borders, as ludicrous as this seems, are a vain attempt to eliminate what he sees as a threat from foreign business. If it were only him and his cohorts, I am quite confident my men and I could easily rout them out on our own. The problem, however, is his bodyguard. Our informants tell us he is a swordsman of great renown in the Hingan underworld. He demands exorbitant sums of money, defending his clients with seemingly inhuman displays of strength and skill, commensurate with the price he has paid. Your task will be to contend with the Kageyama and his hired blade in the heart of the castle. With all eyes focused on you, they will fail to notice my men's intrusion to rescue the hostages. It shames me to ask this of a civilian, but if we are to save those people, I can see no other way. Be wary of the Kageyama's bodyguard. For the price he has likely been paid, I doubt he will show any restraint. Okay. That's one dungeon. Ah, yo, just the woman I was looking for. As you may know, Raggar's Reach used to be the pilgrimage site for followers of the First of Raggar. Atop the mountain lies the remnants of the Temple of the Fist, which was once the center of their religion. It was filled with monks training their minds and bodies right up until the Mad King Theodoric decided to raise the temple. Curiously enough, a young lady recently approached me saying she wishes to explore the ruins herself. I immediately turned down her request, knowing that she alone could not survive the route to the ruins. But then I thought of you. I am positive that you are strong enough to protect her while she explores. The girl's name is Majori. If you are willing to help seek her out by the doors which lead to the temple, I imagine she is still there pestering Hirotamar to let her in. The girl's name is Majari. If you're willing to... Yep. The path ahead leads to the Temple of the Fist and is... Oh, yep. Are you also interested in exploring the Temple of the Fist? I never dreamed I would meet a fellow enthusiast. I first learned of monks when I attended a lecture given by a historian named Eric. Ever since then, I have continued to be fascinated by their creed and approach to life. I thought I would come and pay a visit to the site of their most revered temple now that the Empire has been driven out of the region. The only issue is the men will not let me pass. The monks use the path to the temple to train. It is filled with all kinds of traps and obstacles that cannot be overcome by just anyone. It is precisely those traps and obstacles that I wish to study. Everything I have read states that those who are able to reach the temple will come face to face with a monk of legend. Does that not pique your curiosity in the slightest? Who knows what kind of lessons one could learn from a monk who has mastered their art? You wish to know, don't you, adventurer? You are the one who helped the resistance defeat Xenos Galvus? Well, you should be more than capable of handling whatever the temple has to throw at you then. In fact, if you are truly keen to explore what lies behind these doors, would you mind if I joined you? I am fairly familiar with the layout of temple grounds from all the readings I have done. I know I can be of help to you. Oh, please take me with you. I cannot wait to walk upon the very grounds where so many monks train tirelessly. And that is not to mention the monk of legend who awaits us in the closed fist. Actually, where do I have to go? Well, I'll be damned, yo, if it isn't fate, I don't know what is. Ooh, I'll come back for you. Excuse me, miss. You're Yo, right? The name's Philiot, newly joined to the Garland Ironworks. Pleased to meet you. I hate to be a bother, but I have somewhere I'd like to take you. Wedge told me he once asked you to peek inside the fractal continuum, is that right? Well, the thing is, we recently detected a strange signal coming from inside. Knowing our luck, it's likely some ancient Allagan weapon run amok, but we won't know it for sure until someone goes in to find out. We were hoping that someone would be you if you're up for the job. Oh, thank the gods. I'll see you in Azlia then. Ah. Alright, time to take a look at this here teleporter. What in blazes? Access restricted. This isn't good. Somebody's already triggered the intruder defense system. The only way in now would be aboard an airship, but that would mean piloting the Enterprise. Bloody hells, how am I supposed to? Yo, you didn't hear that, did you? You deserve better from the Ironworks, but the truth is I'm just a simple man from the broom, meant for a simple task. This is beyond me. With you here, though, I suppose things will work out, right? To be honest, I'm worried too. You're only saying that to make me feel better. Well, it worked. Thank you. Now then, as you might have overheard a moment ago, the teleporter's been locked. Seems someone beat us here and activated the defense systems. It's nothing the Enterprise can handle, though. Once we've locked on to the signal, we can fly straight to its source in the blink of an eye. We'll depart as soon as you're ready. The Enterprise can fly us to the signal source in a blink. Alright, say the word and we'll be off. One more dungeon picked up. This guy. Yo, you're a hard woman to find. I heard you throwing your lot with the Resistance, so I came here looking for you. Truth is, we've run into a spot of bother back at the Ereborough and could use your help. If you're not too busy breaking your fast on Garleans or whatever you've been doing out here, we'd be glad of your expertise. If you fancy lending a hand, I'll be over at St. Monocle's. Yeah, that's not it. Right. Right. You get to go to Idleshire again. I knew you couldn't resist. Now, before you go slaying everything in sight, let Midnight Dew explain our predicament. It's good to see you back in Dravania, yo. This place hasn't been the same without you. You're probably wondering why I sent Sonny to fetch you. It's all down to this mucky little Korkuru. When I saw it come bounding out of the arboretum, the first thing I noticed, besides it being covered in grime, was how bleeding lively the little sod seemed to be. We had our old friend Edith take a look at it, and she reckons that layer of mud is what's making it so excitable. It's got this staff seedkin jumping around like a mad parago, so I imagine what it could do for our crops at Green Grub mud plots, and that's where you come in. There should be more of that gunk inside the oratorium, but we have one small problem. It also affects the more troublesome species of flora, making them downright lethal. We want to send Edgeth to look into it, but it's not safe with a bunch of botanists eating plants making a nuisance of themselves. What say you, yo? Fancy giving them a bit of pruning? And that's another dungeon. Still need to get into that thing. You would know more of my venture? Excellent. I shall be glad to tell you all I know. Though perhaps it would be easier to let our anonymous client speak for herself. Here, the missive. For the Ruby Sea and all who come, we seek the aid of the warrior who laid low the lord of the revel. But first, we bid her make haste to hell's lid and quell on the Oni that dwell in its deepest depths. Should she succeed in this test, we shall speak of the true endeavor and consummate reward. A strange proposal, aye, though it must be noted that they knew both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love of trickery, so I doubt it's a trap of theirs. And should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of these waters it may behoove us to engage them further. As for their tests, enclosed with missive was a Magitech dagger, along with instructions as to how it may be used to open a hidden passage into the depths of Hell's lid. I should mention that this dagger is old and exceedingly valuable, that our client was willing to entrust it to us without a guarantee of our cooperation, beseeks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. If you are willing to undertake their trial, I shall journey to Hell's Lid and prepare to open the path. But given the financial incentive, I think it for the best if I went and fetched Mr. Tatter. Wait for us there then. Hope you haven't been waiting long, yo. My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mr. Satoru on the way. Honestly, all he had to say was that he'd found a way to make up for Alphinode's obscene expenditures. No matter how reckless or dangerous the scheme, if it balances the ledger, I'm all for it. So, there's a bunch of monsters living beneath us. What kind of place is this? Well, according to ancient legend, House Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated a host of Oni. Oni were foul, evil beings that tormented the peoples of the Ruby Sea, and this island was home to many, until Tenzin, together with the four lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For his heroic deeds, Tenzin was showered in riches, and then journeyed deep into the mountains, far from the realms of men, and lived in solitude with his companions, happily ever after. And now Yo's being asked to drive the Oni away again? You misunderstand. What I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to the ancestors of the Kojin. So what you're saying is that you've got no idea what's waiting for us down below. In that case, I'll leave this to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind that rock over there. By experts, I presume she means you and your adventuring companions. I do hope you were not counting on me to join you in the fight. Okay, so there's one more dungeon after this, but I have to beat Hell's Lid. So I'm gonna beat Hell's Lid. Oh. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It looks rather hot in there. I do hope this area isn't a bad idea. Oh, I do hope this isn't a bad idea. Is Tataru around? Is she really behind a rock? No. Oh. This is for the Alliance raids. I might as well start this while I'm waiting. Welcome, milady. There is a young maiden here who would speak with you. Miss, the adventurer has arrived. And here she is, the liberator of both Doma and Alamigo in the flesh. I am Lena Manuel, correspondent for the Raven. You may recognize me from my expose on the secret lives of the homunculi. But enough small talk. It's not for nothing that I've been standing here since yesterday morning on the off chance you passed by. No, I'm here because actually it's best you heard it from Alma. I am but an observer. Alma, come, I've found her. Is this the adventurer of whom you spoke? Indeed, it is. Please, I beg of you, find my father. You are his only hope. It's alright, Alma. We are attracting unwanted attention. Might I suggest a change of venue? We will await you before the Prima Vista. The theater's large barge has a berth at the airship landing. I have never been one to meddle in the affairs of my clients, but if I were, I would say that you would be a fool not to follow those two back to their airship. Call it a feeling. Okay, now that's picked up. Perfect timing. Perhaps we should turn him right side up. Aw. What the? Oh, a marvelous performance, truly marvelous. And then you did best the Lord of the Revel. By the Kami, a talking turtle? I don't even know where to begin with that one. I trust you will forgive me for my deception to something of a Far Eastern tradition, the testing of strength and so forth. A bit rote, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to Ryzen Temple. I am Genbu, guardian of this sacred palace and leader of our little collective. Genbu, the self-same Genbu of the Tales of Tenzin, one of the four lords. Under normal circumstances, I would assume you named for the legendary being, but clearly this is anything but normal. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would meet a talking turtle. Oh, but every one of us here can speak your tongues. Is it truly so surprising? After all, we each have lived more than 1,000 years. I knew turtles were long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible. In this wondrous land of ours, it is said that a beast which lives 1,000 years attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such auspices may gather. But take not my word for it. Speak with my comrades and learn their tales. We will talk of the legendary endeavor after. We may as well do what he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know. Word. This song. Where is it from? It's a good one. A friend of mine, Tamanzo, goes and once called this place home. Possessed of 9 tails, her power far eclipsed my own. But one day she left to live amongst men. What became of her, I wonder. If you by chance meet Tamanzo Gozen, I pray you tell her that we all miss her dearly. Please, converse with the others. We can speak of the endeavors once you have greater understanding of who we are. Little fat cat. Ah. Judging from the way you and that woman are gawping, I'm guessing you're not from around here. Don't know how it is in your homeland, but here, if an animal manages to survive 100 years, it begins to get ideas, delusions of grandeur. Some small power, sure, but nothing much to speak of. Survive 10 times that, and you become a full-fledged auspice. Though speech magics, it's quite the change, believe me. Which is why we call it the change. What? I never said it was something clever. Anyway, point is, don't let our appearances fool you. I could kill you 5 times before you hit the ground, but I won't on account of me being civil for now. You met Bakio, yet big old bastard he is, with a heart like a kitten. But, don't tell him I told you that. How much more of the old tales are true? Inagami is my name. Men speak it in hushed tones, mistakenly believing me to be a vengeful spirit that murders indiscriminately. There was a time when I killed men by the hundreds, but that was in retribution for the countless creatures they themselves mercilessly slaughtered. It was most deliberate. Don't talk to me, yo. Talk to that cat or the weasel, or what does the fox have to say? Really? That has to be a translation joke. A localization joke. And new, if you ever need someone to call lightning down upon your foes and whatnot, I'm your auspice. For some fairy tales would have you believe I'm something altogether different. A monkey face, a lion's legs, a snake's fur tail. Ridiculous, am I right? Not as bad as that horse with the head and body of a rabbit, to be fair, but still. Hey, that hurt. You didn't have to give it everything you had in that fight. You know, I only just went through the change, so it's not like I was gonna slow you down that much. Well, I suppose you didn't know it all for show, and I was probably really intimidating. Oh, right, you were asking about the collective, weren't you? Let's see, Genbu's the oldest of us, oldest in the Far East too, I think. One of the four lords. As you can imagine, he's much more powerful than regular old auspices like me. But you probably knew all that already. Genbu may be the oldest, but Byaku's got the fuzziest. Not the most impressive claim to fame, but hey, you work with what you got, am I right? Now that you have a greater understanding of who we are, I shall tell you of the rather thorny predicament we now face. The divinity of we auspices manifests in a myriad of ways. For example, I possess clairvoyance, and with my preternatural power have I seen a vision of the Ruby Sea, of Yangtze, of Higashi, subsumed by roaring flames. This is no distant future, I fear, and if we are to avert it, we needs enlist the assistance of an exemplary warrior, one such as she who faced the Lord of the Revel and lived. What should we do? What should we do? Fear not, little one, for I have a plan, but to understand it you must first understand the duality which lies at the heart of we auspices. The Mitama, the primal rage, and the Nigimitama, the boundless claim. These elemental forces comprise the soul of an auspice, and it's only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of time, or when caught in the midst of tumultuous events, this balance may be disputed, and the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by the Armada is a wild, feral thing, all the more dangerous for their divinity. Calamity and catastrophe invariably follow, tremors and floods which destroy men's works. Auspicious can bring about these natural disasters. How frightening. Perhaps, but you must remember that there are auspices who delight in the aiding of the peoples of these lands. Auspices who may have even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the Four Lords? The one Zorobren told us before about a samurai and the auspices who drove the Oni from this island into the sea. Just so, yet I fear his accounting of events is not quite accurate, for it was not only we and Tenzin cast out from the place, but an auspice. An auspice with the power to move heaven and earth. Koryu. Wholly consumed by the Armentada, he stoked the flames in this land's heart until it very nearly erupted in a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us in battle against our mad brother, and together we sealed him in this temple. But as the truth of the tale fades from memory, so too do our words weaken, I fear. Should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began and ensure my vision of flames come to pass. So, long story short, you want to give Yo this Koryu for when he wakes up? I should think not. Her accomplishments notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance, to wit, that of the Four Lords. Regrettably, I am not the young auspice I once was, and to make matters worse, my 3 compeers have nearly succumbed to the Armatama. Kami Forfine, 3 of the 4 lords have gone mad. The Ruby Sea is doomed. Nearly succumbed, nearly alas. In marshalling their strength to retain control, they are unable to commit their powers to the preservation of the ward holding Koryu in his prison. And now that you have a full and complete understanding of the situation, we may at last discuss your part in all this, warrior. I would have you and your comrades face fine in battle and quell their raging Armentada. What say you? Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, you are an intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us brook no further delay and introduce you to another of the 4 lords. I informed Byakuya of your arrival when you first entered our domain. He should be returning any moment now. Come, come. A magnificent coat of fur that shimmers as snow, as benefits Byakko, the white tiger of legend. He's quite a bit bigger than the other animals, isn't he? Don't be shy, he doesn't bite, not without cause at the very least. Curious where this little bugger is going. That's cool. This game needs, like, voice acting for NPCs that are just walking around. Old friend, the day of reckoning draws nigh. The wards will fail and Lucario will break free. Before he does, you must quell the raging Armentama in your soul. The warrior will help. Doubt not her strength, for she has danced with Susanoo himself. A bold, audacious claim, yet if Genbu believes it true, the more I look at you, and the more of him I see, a similar presence, perchance, a light. Very well. I will bow to my brother's judgment. Wonderful, then. Without ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to the Armentama. What, here now? Won't he go on a murderous rampage? Why, yes, that's rather the point. He will be reduced to the feral beasts. And then it will be Yo's turn to do battle with my brother and help him quell the fury within. But if all it takes to quell the Armentanas is battle, then why did you not do the same for Koryu? Why seal him away? Because it was too late. As I said, Koryu was wholly consumed by the Armentata. Naught remained of the Negamentama. All that he was forever lost to us. The effort I explained to hold back the fury I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is then you must act, but know that if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping, Yo. Do you understand? Then let us quit this place. Genbu may not mind the chaos, but if I am to wager my everything, I prefer to do so in the land of my birth, to look on those familiar wilds with the eyes that may soon belong to another. When you return to the island, look for Fury. He will guide you back here. Given the circumstance, perhaps it's best we stay here. Should that be acceptable? Oh, Sorobin, was it? Be at ease. I have a task for you and your excitable urchin. Follow me. Did that tiny talking turtle just insult me? I have no doubt you will succeed. I do wonder what he will ask of us. I would go with you if I could, believe you and me, but it seems we're needed here. Best of luck to you, Yo. We are here. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth I was shunned by man and beast alike, for my snow-white fur marked me a harbinger of doom. Cast out and hunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured. I grew older and wiser, and one day I resolved to protect this place and those that call it home, for in spite of everything it was mine as well. In time they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon, and yet for all I have done to rise above the beast within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears. Such confidence from one so young. But as age in of itself does not confer wisdom, nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warn you, for centuries has my armada grown and festered. Hold nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you strength to save my soul. Okay, that's one trial. Right? It's a trial. Yep. Okay. One more dungeon to unlock. Then I might get back to this storyline. God damn it. I teleported to the same place. Okay, it's supposed to be unlocked. Oh, an auspicious counter is still going on. I need to... I'll be right back. Still waiting for the trial, but I figured I'd fill up the map that I missed so far. I remember this hole. Okay, so that's where it leads. Okay. Huh. Neat little place. Oh. Oh.
It begins. Receive of me my fury, children of man, and quell it!
Whoa.
There is no turning back! Steel yourself! Twofold is my wrath, twice cast my foes! All creation trembles before my might! Behold, fury given form! My wrath is a ceaseless torrent!
It is so cool.
ashes with you! Impressive! Very well, I shall bring all to bear! Lightning Shield! Tempest Surge! Lightning Shield! Steel yourself! You're mine! Tempest Surge! You are stronger than I dared hope! Tempest Surge!
You are indeed the warrior, they say, not unlike him in many respects. 'Twas in another era that we first met him, and I, long before the kingdom of Doma. I told you before of my past, of how I was shunned by man and beast alike for the snow-white fur that marked me as a harbinger of doom. Bereft of family and friendship, of home, I wandered the mountains in search of a place to call my own. There I would accept my fate and await the inevitable. But death did not come, for I was unlike my brothers in more respects than my fur. With every century I grew stronger and stranger, monstrous in turn. What few creatures dared traverse my domain withdrew further and further. Never had I been so alone. And then one day I awoke to find a man standing before me. Bewildered, I rose and bared my fangs and roared in rage. Begone, or I shall rend you asunder and feast on your flesh. What fool has the temerity to approach me thus? But the man did not flee. Rather, he stood his ground and said, This fool is named Tenzin, and ever since he was a child he spoke the language of beasts. Then you know full well what you stand to lose. Return your people or die. But Tenzin threw back his head and laughed. They would kill me if I dared. For fear of my talents, I was banished, a harbinger of doom they called me. In that instant, all my anger drained away. Tenzin's words had struck at the heart of me. He was a fellow outcast, cursed by his kin for his very nature. That night, as I listened to his snoring, I realized I had found in this man a kindred spirit. Soon after we embarked on a journey together, in these days that followed, we met other Solidarity souls and aided them as we had aided each other. But those are tales for another time. I doubt very much you are willing to stand here in silence while I recount my every adventure with Tenzin. Come, let us return to the temple. Genbu is doubtless eager to learn the outcome of our battle. No need to explain. Genbus told me all about the thrashing you gave him and the others. Need me to escort you back to the temple. Never meet your heroes, my friend. Please do not disturb us, yo. We're in the middle of a very important training session. Well done, yo, well done. You have done my friend a great kindness, one we shall not soon forget. Oh, you needn't be so concerned. You know well the power of the cogent incantations, yes? I have asked I have but asked Sorben to undergo a little training that he might assist us with the maintenance of the wards. He has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude thus far, in fact. How much longer must I continue? Concentrate, less chatting, more chanting. What youthful energy! It has been far too long since we had the pleasure of such company. Not since Tenzin, I imagine. I've been meaning to ask, what sort of man was Tenzin? We only just learned the stories and you've already said that we're half wrong. Curious, are you? Very good, very good. Far too many people have no interest in the past. What to say, what to say? Well, for one, Tenzin was blessed with the selfsame power Yo possesses, the Echo. I believe it is sometimes called. Alas, as you probably know from personal experience, such individuals are often regarded with suspicion, if not outright fear. Nevertheless, Tenzin was a generous soul who was ever eager to aid his fellow man. Indeed, he died as he lived, fighting for the sake of those he loved. You see, when he faced Koryu, we four lords were still quite young and weak, not even auspices in truth, and we could not but look on helplessly as the two dragged one another to the brink of death. With the last of his strength, Tenzin imprisoned the mortally wounded Koryu. He then bequeathed to us a sacred treasure, a crystal which shone with an otherworldly light. Of half I've wondered if this crystal was the source of the powers we would grow to possess. Would we have become the four lords without it? In my heart, I think not. We built this temple to strengthen the wards and safeguard the Ruby Sea in Tenzin's stead. His legacy would be ours, and so it has been to this day. And so it will continue to be, but only if we can rely upon you to quell the armada of the comrades. That can wait, though. Bakio needs his rest, and so do you, Yo. In that case, it'd probably be for the best if I went back to Kugane. There's no telling what mischief that man will get up to in my absence. I too should take my leave. Doubtless I am needed in Tamamizu. Oh, you are not going anywhere. Your training is far from finished, my friend. But I can't possibly refuse the request of the four lords, can I? I hate to impose upon you, Yo, but perhaps you can go to Tamazu in my stead. It may be some time before I am permitted to return home. You have done more than enough for one day, Yo. For now, you and Byakuyo should rest. Oh, and if you have any questions about this or that, Shiri should be glad to entertain them. I should be most grateful if you were to tell the elder of my plight, or that is to say, this great honor which has been bestowed upon me by the four lords. Peace reigns in my heart once more, such tranquility, such serenity. Oh. So Soroban will be staying with Genbu for a time. How wonderful to hear. I have no doubt he will make the most of this blessed opportunity. Oh, I have another missive for you. 'Twas delivered personally by an unusual cat, an auspice, I presume. You are welcome to come and go from the temples as you like. Fury will remain at his post above ground. You need only seek him out. I should be glad to take him up on his investigation and look in on Soroban every now and again. After all, he is in essence our representative here. There. Alright, and this is the last dungeon I need to unlock. A pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. Well, what that I could say the same for Soroban. He has yet to return to Tamazu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Genbu's rigorous training. Hello, yo, is Smiling Crow working? So unreliable, these little things. I'm going to pay a visit to Rasen Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying not to look like a guard on duty in the middle of the volcanic island. I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but on the off chance you are bound for Rasen Temple, give Soroban and Genbu my regards. Oh, hello there. I pray you excuse my panting. Genbu is a rather demanding teacher, but I will not rest until granted leave to do so. Oh, well met, brave adventurer. Are you come alone this day? What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels? That's Tataru. And I'll thank you not to forget it, or else you'll not get no takoyaki from me. Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byakuyo from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Yo. Soroban has made great strides in his training, it is true, but I believe we need to consider more drastic methods. Though he is not without potential, Soroban as he is simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have need of his strength. As with Byakuyo before, there will come a time when we must confront Seiryu and Suzaku and quell the raging Aramintada Tama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous, what exactly do you have in mind? Oh, there is no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box. Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that it is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamebako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And yet you say there is no need for fearful tremblings? The box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would we have me open it? That you may bathe in its temporal magics and age 1,000 years in an instant, that you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit until the magic dissipates. You would have me become an auspice just like the four lords? Hold on, Yo. Didn't you come across one of these Bako and Shinsui of the Violet Tides? You did, didn't you? I am aware of the similar relics in the possession of the Rain. However, their magics alter only their appearance of those exposed. A murmurous trick, a glamour altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamate Bako we seek. Know that this is no legend, but incontrovertible truth. For the one who created the Tame Baka or geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long enough to see comrades become consumed by the Armada, see them descend into madness and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect. And like many of us, he had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. This auspice full well knew full well that he was destined to share their fate, and so, before he too fell from grace, he resolved to craft the Tamabako of geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed in its magics until he was no more. By the Kami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own. I don't know what to say. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it was decided that it should be placed under lock and key in the Swallow's compass, until we had need of it. However, the grand mausoleum of King Gun had been abandoned to the Shikigami, forever bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Steel yourself, Soroban, until the moment Yo returns with the Tamate Bako of geomancy. You must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course. The box is hidden in the heart of the Swallow's Compass, the tomb of Ganon and Yangxia. Kamachi has gone ahead to open the way. Seek him out. Back straight, keep those hands up. If I'm not satisfied with your performance, there's no takoyaki for you. Fucking Tatu, I love her. Okay. Okay. there's a whole mountain. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh hey, you made it, finally. I've only been waiting here forever and a day. But hey, it's not like we've got a potential calamity to worry about or anything. Anyway, I've already taken care of the wards sealing the tomb entrance, so you're free to go and get the box, but whatever you do, don't open it. Oh, and one more thing. I'll wager they told us about the Shinkigami, but forgot to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us. A tough bugger and a half. But you're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You gave Bakio what for, after all. Just don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. And with that, I gotta call the stream. I gotta go to a friend's birthday party thing. Thanks for watching, as always. If you feel like you missed anything, you can catch it on YouTube, same handle as my Twitch, and I hope you have a great day.